Hi friends, I am Amala. I am going to explain you about the design patterns that are used in Android application. So first we'll see that what is a design pattern. So instead of leaving tons of confusion commands in your code, it's better to adopt a common design pattern that will solve this. So we are introducing reusable design patterns that can solve the common problems in our applications. So this is also reusable. If one design pattern is introduced, it can be used for other factors also. So in this I am going to explain how a design pattern is used in Android to solve its problems. So the best design pattern used in Android is model viewer presenter pattern, because these are used because of the three roles of this Android. First, it serves as an entry point, then for rendering components, routing user events to the presenter. Because of these three factors we use model viewer presenter pattern in Android. This is the most widely used pattern, and I will see detail about that. View and presenter. So view, this contains the UI components, user interface components, and handles the events of them. This is mainly, this view is focusing on user's interface with that component, how user can act with that component. And a presenter, this will handle a communication between view and model. So it is an intermediate between this view and model. With this user can understand about the model through this presenter. So the presenter will read the data needed from the model and update the view accordingly. So this will read from the model and update the view, so user can view it properly. For example, if you have a model containing a paragraph of text, a headline and a word count, but in a given view you only need to display the headline, then this presenter will help in that. And next one is the model. This is the this should be basically be your full domain model. This is this model of that Android, and this will be of the spatial methods and deal with many cases, and it should be error free, so it will be useful for using it in a right way. And by decoupling the model from the view altogether, it also becomes much more intuitive to test your model. You can have unit test for your domain model and unit test for your presenters. So we have unit testing for model and presenter because it will be most goodly available in the view type. So the next one is pattern used in framework of this Android. That is the main pattern, and now we are going for some patterns which are used for the framework of Android. So first one is broadcast receiver. Broadcast receiver uses the observer pattern, and then remote service invocation uses the proxy pattern, and view group uses composite pattern, and media framework uses facade pattern. These are the some framework patterns that are used in Android. Then other patterns that are according to the creational, structural and behavioral things. The pattern used are under creational patterns they use builder, dependency and singleton pattern, and under structural they use adapter and facade patterns, and behavioral patterns are command, observer, model view controller and model view model. These are some of the patterns used. The mainly used one is model view pattern. The next one is the Android classes. The Android classes use some design patterns. Different classes use different patterns. So view holder uses singleton design pattern, indent uses factory design pattern, adapter uses adapter design pattern, broadcast receiver observer design pattern, view uses composite design pattern, and media framework uses facade design pattern. These are some of the design patterns that are used in the classes of the Android. And at conclusion, these design patterns are used to make this Android application more user friendly and more error free, and some this intention of this creational pattern, structural and behavior pattern are like creational patterns. This help how to create an object, and structural pattern how you compose an object, and behavioral pattern is to how to coordinate the object interactions. And these are analyzed according to that the design patterns are set for the Android. Then you may already be using one or more several of these patterns already without having a capitalized fancy name for it, but many uses this design patterns and they don't know what they are using. These all are design patterns which which comes under these categories. And this is about the design patterns used in Android. Thank you for watching.